The man threw a stone and hit the White Walker's chin. Then he threw another one. This time, the stone slid under the White Walker's feet. He realized that the lake was frozen and could be crossed. Krygon realized he was in trouble. A large number of White Walkers gathered in the center of the lake. Everyone picked up their weapons and prepared for battle. A brutal war began. Although they were all skilled in combat, the White Walkers were too numerous. Jon Snow's forces suffered heavy casualties. The survivors were driven onto a stone platform. With no way out, Jon Snow gripped his sword tightly, ready to fight until his last breath. Suddenly, a blazing flame descended from the sky. In an instant, countless whites were engulfed by the flames. With Daenerys joining the battle, the three dragons turned the tide. Rhaegal carried Daenerys and landed before Jon and the others. Daenerys wanted to take him away, but Jon hesitated. He ordered the others to evacuate first, while he stayed behind to continue fighting. Jon delayed their departure. The Night King raised a magical spear, slowly aimed at Viserion in the sky, and threw it with all his strength. The spear struck Viserion precisely. Daenerys watched in anguish as her child slowly fell from the sky, then crashed heavily onto the ice. But the Night King didn't give Daenerys time to grieve. He picked up the second spear. At that moment, Jon Snow realized he was wrong, and hurriedly reminded Daenerys to leave. But as he rushed toward Daenerys, he was tackled by the whites into the lake. Daenerys dared not linger, and Drogon flapped his wings and took flight. The Night King threw his spear, but Drogon had already prepared and narrowly escaped. Daenerys gazed at the lake with reluctance, having paid such a terrible price. Shortly after Daenerys left, Jon Snow climbed out of the lake. The whites discovered him, and the cold had already rendered Jon Snow unable to fight. At that moment, a mysterious man appeared. He was a Night's Watchman and Jon Snow's uncle. He placed Jon Snow on his horse and had him leave the area. As Daenerys anxiously waited, Jon Snow returned to human territory. The Night King had won the war. He retrieved Viserion, who had fallen into the lake, and approached his cold body. Placing his hand on his forehead, Viserion opened his eyes, but he was no longer Daenerys' child. Soon, the Night King rode the dragon to raid the wall. This was humanity's last line of defense. The guards could not resist, and could only watch as the wall was destroyed by Dragonfire.